I never watched the video because I never wanted to hear my voice.
Well, we're gonna make you watch it.
Oh, God. Afro.
My name is Tyra Searcy. I am from the Ferguson Florissant School District, and I just graduated from McClure North High School. This isn't going to be a speech about how I made it out and my future is bright because of where I come from. This is going to be a speech about how you should base your opinion on others from the work they've done, not the zip code they come from, and not the hashtag they represent.
Watching that video, thinking about what I've said, there are so many things that I would have added to it or changed a bit because I read more, I interact more with my history. I think differently, but in many ways, I do admire myself being that young and despite not knowing as much as I do now, still being able to articulate a point.
It felt as though my hard work was for nothing. There was no reason to try anymore. I was awful. I was rude and dysfunctional. I was a jerk to everyone, friends, teachers, family. But luckily, my college-bound coaches took an interest in me. I realized I was only hurting myself, so I got my act together. That's when I began to see and believe that maybe I am smart, and maybe it wasn't an accident.
I think I've come a long way from that speech. I think even in that moment, there was still a lot of that like self-doubt hanging around that is not hanging around so much anymore.
In 5th grade, a student in my school told me that my family and I were taking away good jobs from real Americans. You want to hear about the good job my dad had? He was gone before I woke up for school. And back when I was going to bed, I never once heard a complaint come out of his mouth. And the support I experienced through College Bound helped me realize I don't need to be something I'm not. I'm Dino Nurkic. I'm Bosnian. And this fall, I'll be attending St. Louis University.
It's just crazy how time can fly that fast. And my last semester as a senior at St. Louis University and around the corner from graduating. And I'm excited to get my degree, get my diploma.
My name is Autumn Martin. We're in Claremont, California at Pomona College. My major is philosophy, politics, and economics, but I'm concentrating in philosophy.
My name is Tyra Searcy, and I'm a senior at Vanderbilt University. I major in communication studies and double minor in corporate strategy and human and organizational development. I left senior year, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, valedictorian, feeling like I was on top of the world because I could actually see the effect of my hard work. And then freshman year, my God, I could not get it together. Like I was putting in so many hours of work and I was still getting D's on exams. I got through all of this mess simply because of positive affirmation from people in the past. I had to remind myself these people believe in you and you're not gonna let them down and transfer, are you? College Bound also allowed me to be honest with myself. Oh, how are things going? And I'd say, fine. And they would be like, what aren't you telling me? And I'd be like, oh, okay, let me be honest. But in a way, that little push to be more honest with myself and honest with them allowed me to be able to actually learn how to take advice and criticism in a way that I wasn't ready to grow. But because of College Bound, I was able to.
I think I expected movie college. It was I was choosing colleges and I was I want somewhere that's gonna challenge me. And then the challenge came and I was like, whoa. It took a pretty long adjustment period, I think. College Bound informed my college journey by being a consistent base. There was always a coach to call. Scott and Debbie were always there. I really appreciate that they're there to help out with life advice too, and not just school things. Every struggle comes with either a lesson learned or a pathway changed or a new door opened.
I was coming into a new environment and, didn't always make the best decisions. And so as a result, my grades were slipping. I remember vividly, I was actually coming on the plane back home from Bosnia and I opened up my mail and I see an email from from SLU, the financial aid office. You lost your scholarship, or something along those lines. So that's when I texted Russell. And Russell is actually my college-bound coach. Kind of just sat me down, calmed me down a little bit, and told me, like, you know, we can take these steps to work on getting your scholarship back. I told him that I was working a lot, which I was working about 30, 35 hours a week, which is a lot for a full-time student, but also have weekly meetings with Russell to just kind of check in. I shifted into high gear and started actually doing what I can do. And what do you know it, I got straight A's, got on the dean's list, and it's just been on the right track ever since. If I was on my own through that whole process, like, it would have went way differently. So just being the first person that's, you know, graduating, my parents probably, like, they can have something, like, to be proud of, you know, like, hey, on Facebook, my son got his degree, you know, seeing me in the cap and gown and all that, it's gonna be so cool. I work at the pharmacy. My boss told me that once I graduate, they'll get a contract written up for me to be a full-time salaried position.
Next year, after I graduate, I will be full-time as a bank examiner at the Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco.
Excited?
I am. I'm a little nervous.
So right now, I have an offer to work at a company called Red Ventures, which is a data and technology company in Charlotte, North Carolina. But also, I worked at the New York Times last summer, and I do want to keep that door open and kind of see, you know, is there an opportunity for me to pursue other opportunities at that company? After a lot of internships and a lot of working, I'm starting to get antsy and I'm ready to start something new. To know that people are invested in my future and are proud of me makes me feel like I can do anything.
I think it's encouraging to know that people so far away are still invested in me and my success. But I think that College Bound has definitely been a consistent form of support that I think makes me feel loved and supported and is inspirational in a lot of ways.
You know, I'm really appreciative because I see what it can do. A lot of my friends, you know, they've passed away or in positions that I don't want to see them in just because of that lack of a solid support system. And I can see myself being in their shoes as well if I didn't have what I have today. And that support system is what really keeps you on the right track. But a lot of people don't have those things. And College Bound is that for them.
The abuse I endured will always be a part of me, but it made me who I am today. A proud survivor of adolescence. Thank you.
I will be successful. I don't want to be seen as an exception. I want to be seen for me. Thank you.
I will make you guys proud. Thank you.